It was 6 August at 9 p.m. and we were heading to the airport to see if it was possible for us to get our dogs released from the customs. Although we were told that we might not be able to take them. It was their first flight and I was sickly worried about them, so I had to at least go and check up on them and just make sure that they are okay and don't need anything. And I just miss them a lot. We finally arrived to the customs warehouse and barely found someone to guide us to where the Arabian pets are kept because it was nighttime and everybody had left except for a couple of employees. We asked one worker about them and he said that yes, they were there at the warehouse, but we cannot take them because we had to finish all the related paperwork and the vet needs to check up on them the next day in the morning. So my mom asked him if we can see them for a few minutes, and thankfully he was very nice and he brought them over to us. And I remember when my mom was talking to the guy, one of the dog, Chappie, suddenly started barking like he recognized that voice even though they weren't that close by. Also, it had been a year since they last saw us and I was worried they might have forgot us. But they were really happy and surprised to see us and just wanted to break out of their cages like crazy. And after we left, I wish we hadn't come that night. It just broke my heart that we had to leave again and leave them in their cages for another night. I didn't sleep much that night. I was so worried about them. And when we came back, the workers told us that they were barking and crying all night since we left. And I wish he didn't tell me that. All I wanted to do was to get them out of these cages and hug them as fast as possible. So now we had to wait to finish the release and documents, which took another couple of hours. It was 12 p.m. We're still waiting. We've been here from 8 a.m. morning and I was starting to get really frustrated. I'm glad I met this sweet fellow. He made time pass faster, otherwise I would have gone crazy. He was hungry and thirsty and gladly I had brought some dry food for my dogs, so I gave them to him. He was so sweet. We really didn't want them to go through all of this, but this was the only way to bring them to us, especially with the COVID-19 situations. We barely found a flight and it was a bit expensive, but they are part of our family and we cannot just leave them there. I don't know, I just saw that there is a room at the airports for pets that are shipped and have to wait between flights where they let them out of their cages to stretch out a little bit at least. I guess I was just being naive. Just thinking about them being in these cages all this time in the situation that I found them in made me extremely mad and also made me think of all the suffering that exists in this world that farm animals go through, and why just animals, also human beings that go through such situations. It's a messed up world we're living in. Just because animal cannot speak doesn't mean they don't feel pain and suffering. Chubby, 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 chubby. Chubby.